We have a fun call tonight for product education. We are going to go ahead and talk about some fun doTERRA product hacks. And then we have some business announcements, and we're going to kind of run through the last part of the daily mentor calls to wrap up tonight's business. So before we get started, let's go ahead and sort of just get grounded and connected with ourselves. Grab an oil that is speaking to you, that is near you. Rose is one of the essential oils, actually the essential oil that has the highest vibrational frequencies. So I'm going to go with rose tonight. And I invite you to take a few deep breaths if you wish. And if you feel compelled, place your hand over your heart, or don't repeat after me, or don't think your own happy, high vibe thoughts. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, let's get started. So tonight I'm going to do kind of a fun call. I was inspired. I post doTERRA hacks quite frequently. So I'm going to kind of just talk you guys through some new cool hacks that I found and learned about, and then also take you into the Facebook page and into my Instagram page to just share where you can find more. And then soon, I can't promise when, but soon I do have some more graphics and doTERRA hacks to share with you guys. So a couple of ones that I want to just go ahead and get going. Please feel free to share any other hacks in the chat as well. And then if anybody in the Facebook page wants to share in the comment thread, please feel free. So first first product that I learned about all of these great hacks for is actually one that's a little frustrating because it's out of stock right now. But when it does come back in stock, even better reason to snag it. So our conditioner is so multi-purpose. I could not believe. So one thing is making a dryer ball spray. And if you guys know me, I am not a DIY person. I do not enjoy it. If I want it, I'm going to find somebody else to make it for me and buy it from them. But I learned about this and I thought I got to try this because I use a lot of oils on my wool dryer balls. So basically it's taking like a 16-ounce spray bottle, and you want to use glass to, and you put like she says a pea size. I think I use maybe about a dime or a little bit more, a squirt of conditioner. And then I put in Purify. Purify is one of my favorite oils in the dryer, but you could do On Guard, you could do lemongrass, anything really you wanted. And you just shake it up really good. And rather than dropping the essential oils directly on the dryer ball, you just use the spray. And what I found is that the ball doesn't necessarily like absorb all the spray. So I have a little bit on my hands, but when I'm grabbing the wet clothes out of the washer and putting them into the dryer, and I've loved that. And I've noticed that doing it this way, the conditioner actually helps to reduce some of the static. Because one thing for dryer balls is that sometimes if they get stuck in clothes, there's still a lot of static. And so I really like that it's helped to decrease the static. The conditioner is also used in a fabric softener DIY. They are posted in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Facebook group and you want that hack, just let us know and somebody can get it to you that is in the Facebook group. But there's a couple different versions of the fabric softener, but it's kind of the same idea. And I love one more thing is Diana says she uses the empty On Guard laundry detergent. She upcycles those bottles to make her fabric softener. So it's like hot water, some vinegar, some conditioner, like a squirt of doTERRA conditioner, your favorite essential oils, and you just shake it up and you add that for fabric softener, which I've never used fabric softener really ever in my life, but I kept an empty On Guard laundry detergent bottle and I'm going to try that. In the Facebook group, there's also this great post I did on upcycling any empty bottles you have from doTERRA. So I'll show you guys where that lives as well. The other thing with the conditioner is making your own detangler. So again, in a continuous mister or in a glass spray bottle, you add water and a squirt of conditioner and either rosemary or lavender or tea tree, which are all great oils for hair. And you just spray it right on the hair. And she said like she has a daughter who does dance, takes the gel and the hairspray right out and is a great detangler. So for us here in Hawaii, like going to the beach, being in the salt water, that kind of thing, I know Tay gets a ton of tangled hair. Shaving your legs, the conditioner is a great product to use for shaving your legs. And she said if you don't like using the conditioner, the beautiful body spray is another amazing alternative for shaving cream. So tons of great uses for our doTERRA conditioner that should be back in stock. Next up was the mud mask. We know a lot about the mud mask already, but the two hacks are, one is a armpit detoxifier. Okay, especially if you're switching to natural deodorants, you want to sort of prep your body for that change. Oh, and another hack that was shared was using HD Clear as a deodorant. So there's an HD Clear topical touch roller. It's not actually a touch roller, a roller, and she uses it as her everyday deodorant. And she says she's out in the yard, she sweats a lot, and she's kind of stinkier. And she said the HD Clear works great. So never used it, but if you were looking for really an alternative to deodorant, that's that's something that you could try. So before detoxing your armpits 10 minutes before. Then the other one, and I've shared this one here and there, but I thought was great. If you get like a really gnarly rash or bug bite, poison oak, poison ivy, which I mean, we don't really have here, but if you were to get, she said, you put that on and you actually can even sleep on it. And it really just dries it up and like helps to take out the, it just helps to dry it out and heal it faster. So that's the mud mask. I thought this one was interesting just because I was a recent BOGO, so citronella. And I think on the BOGO after party, though, we did share about this. Really great for toenails and toenail fungus. So as an alternative, we always think of melaleuca typically when it comes to like fungus and athlete's foot, but citronella is a great alternative. All right, so for all of my ladies who love them some cocktails, you guys know who they are already, right? I don't have to actually say their names. I mean, I can if you want me to, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. Zendocrine soft gels, amazing for just reducing that hangover the next day. So rather than taking 2 Advil, take 2 Zendocrine soft gels, okay, the night before. And you should wake up feeling fine. Why is Laura Shopner writing laughing emojis in the chat? I have no idea. The other thing with Zendocrine, and I don't know why, so I don't know her to ask her, but she said it's really helpful for helping support her lower back pain when she mixes it with Deep Blue. So there's something about the blend in Zendocrine. Zendocrine is our detoxification complex that she said works like magic. So, when it comes to pain and inflammation and discomfort, we're all kind of trying different things. Some people like Deep Blue polyphenol complex turmeric dual chamber soft gels, like they do the trick. But if you're continuing to search for something that works for you, Zendocrine might be something you want to look into for pain and inflammation. Let's see. Ooh, here's a good hack, which I have shared before, but really long time ago. So you guys all know how amazing Terrazyme is, right? For helping to break down all of those foods in our body. Um, um, and so because it helps to basically, soften the foods as a meat tenderizer. She said whenever she makes stews or she has meats that are just a little tougher than she normally likes, like when she made a stew and she was cooking up the beef was a little bit more tough than she likes. So she opened a Terrazyme capsule, poured it in, and she said the beef was so much more tender. I know Tasha tried it on a steak once before. So for those of you that like to cook, not me, but everyone else that does, that's something that you could give a try. And, we all buy a piece of meat or something that's a little bit, tougher than we'd like, or there's certain recipes where you really want that food to just, kind of that meat to break away from the bone or whatever. So Terrazyme as a meat tenderizer. Please let us know if you do it and how it goes, because I think curious minds want to know. Another currently unavailable product but should be in stock soon is our root to tip serum. I know Fraser loves this. Great for cuticles. And so another like little hack on how to use that. Let's see, lemongrass. I did post this one in the customer group and people loved it. Lemongrass is a natural nail polish remover. She said lime, anytime that they paint or stain, or like even if you get paint in the carpet, she says they just use a little bit of lime on their hands to help get that out, or a little bit of lime on the carpet. I promise I'm going to read your guys' comments. I'm super excited to read them. Here's another one, and it's like the name sort of lends itself to it, but you wouldn't know. Elevation, the joyful blend. If you use it when you are in places with high elevation, it helps with ear discomfort and sort of those discomforts of being at higher elevated areas. She also said she loves Tamer for jet lag. That's absolutely one of her favorite oils. And we've been talking a lot about the kids kit and how it's for everyone. So Tamer, really great, especially for clogged ears, like behind. So if you think about how like how we're using a digestive oil to support, the flow of, helping keep our ears clear. A couple more. Ginger. I've heard this with On Guard, but not ginger. When you're cutting onions, just open a bottle of ginger, and I've heard On Guard, and just have it open by you, and it will reduce your tearing dramatically when you're cutting onions. Again, I don't do these things, but if you try it, let us know. Bugs. We get a lot of questions about bugs. She said that with ants, we typically think of TerraShield for bugs, but when it comes to ants, you want to add peppermint and On Guard to that TerraShield. So sometimes just peppermint works for people with ants, but if your ants are extremely persistent, you're going to want to add some On Guard and TerraShield to that. All right, let's get into the chat. Marissa said, I love that. And I think it was for that spray. Michael said, with all the stress going on right now, her dentist wanted me to wear her retainers more. Oh, I saw your story about this. I'm so bad about wearing it. Well, I started to wear it again and my face is in pain. Copaiba and frankincense straight on my gums helps the pain go away instantly. Word of advice, wear your retainer. My teeth are so crooked because I did not take that advice. Oh, is somebody in the waiting room? No. Okay. It says, I use On Guard sanitizing spray when I'm in a pinch for stinky pits. Oh, I love that. Okay. You might not want to be freshly shaven though. That might, but otherwise, I think that would work good. Kanan said I use On Guard sanitizing spray. Oh, it was Kanan who said she does that. Nomi said, good to know. My mom said, gonna try that. Cami said, but it kind of burns the pits. So I'm guessing she tried it, and that's what I was thinking. Terrazyme is Kanani's too much drinking hack. It saves her tummy. Okay, good one. You might want to add some Zendocrine in there, Kanans. Uh, and then Kanani's armpits are apparently very tough. So see, every week you learn more and more about your team members when you come to these calls. Laura said, and Laura is our resident esthetician. I know we have a couple of people, but she says that the mud mask and Melaleuca tea tree spot treated on those deep blemishes, you can sleep with it on when you feel them coming. Oh, I love that. That makes sense to kind of get ahead of it. And then Erin just posted the other day, I think, that she woke up with a pimple and put Immortel on it, and that helped to take it down almost instantaneously. Lori said On Guard does work for the onions. Awesome. So I'd be curious if ginger does too. Michael said, yes, tamer for all things sinuses. I use it always. Yes, yes, yes. Digestin and tamer. If you're having any sinus pressure, you guys, just rubbing that on the bridge of your nose helps so much. Naomi just said, I love hearing about hacks just in case I need it for an emergency. I hardly have bad things, but now it's better when using the oil hacks. It's really important that we know how versatile our oils are, and that if you're traveling, like when I did this birthday thing for Tay this weekend, you guys would not believe I did not have peppermint with me. I had a roller, but not a bottle of peppermint, which I use a ton. And so I didn't put it on my toothpaste. I didn't put Breathe on my toothpaste, but you know, Breathe is a great substitute for peppermint if you're having head tension or, you know, any of the digestive issues, because a lot of the oils in that blend, I mean, there is peppermint in there, right? So we need to be a little bit more open-minded about how our oils can support us in different ways. If you guys come across a different way, please share that out with the group because it's so super valuable. All right. Okay. Now, before I wrap it up, and this is a little bit longer product ed tonight, but I want to just go in here and show you two different things. So here is our group. And if you type in hacks, it looks a little different on your phone. You guys, lemon hacks, lemongrass hacks. See, remove nail polish. The doTERRA mud mask. Here's a bunch of hacks for the beautiful mist. After sun spray, personal fragrance, deodorant, hydrating hair mask, frizz tamer, cuticle oil, aftershave leg spray, hair heat protectant. I love that. Okay. Here's one on cedarwood. Zaysha posted one about DDR primes when their dogs try to chew things that they shouldn't. And then years ago, you guys, this was back in 2018, I did this whole product hack series. So like this one is adding Melaleuca to your flowers to keep them going. Let's see what else. Here's a whole product post on say you travel and have the emotional kit. Well, Motivate has those mints and citruses in there. So they're great for having head tension. Focus is the purpose of Motivate, but also for digestive support. Cheer can help with your time of the month with inflammation. Passion can help with hormone balance. Forgive, respiratory support and congestion. Console, skin repair, edema, bowel support. Peace, fertility, and afterbirth support. So our oils are just so powerful. And I just encourage you guys to get into the group and look up all of the different hacks that we have. That's our old deodorant. So that's no longer available. And then the one other one that I wanted to show you, the other post, was this one. It was called the empties. What do you do with all of your empties? And this post got so much love in the group. So we have all of these extra containers. Like, what can we do with them? So you can really upcycle almost all of your empties. Look at this, the doTERRA laundry detergent travel with pet food. That's such a good idea. Store cereal, rice, or pastas. Keep water near your diffusers. Make what did I share earlier? Brain fart. Fabric softener in them. Here, I know Laura, I go through a hydrating cream a month, and Laura Silva makes some amazing like body butters and stuff. So she always picks up all of my empty containers. These are great, expensive quality containers, you know. I never thought of reusing like the breathe sticks. So here are some other, the Yarrow Palm, especially because it comes with the dropper top. And then obviously all of our 5 and 15 ml bottles. So that's another great post. And then if you're not on Facebook and you just follow me on Instagram, I have a whole doTERRA hacks IG story here, which is a lot of things that I already shared. Oh, here's me in a video. I used the hydrating cream. I didn't have curl cream when I traveled, and I used the hydrating cream in my hair for curl cream. So be creative, but definitely make use of your doTERRA products. Okay, let's go ahead and go in the chat. Cami said she's gonna try that something tonight, Laura. Oh, with putting the face mask on and tea tree on, and it's so good after the sun. I think you're talking about the beautiful spray. It helps to soothe sunburns. Anybody else want to share any hacks that they have or know about before we log off? I'm guessing most people typed them into the chat if they had any. All right. Okay. Nicole said she's got lots of 15 ml bottles if anybody needs. I do upcycle those a ton. You can buy dropper tops. Here's a great hack if you guys, so don't, my bottles are fancy ones, but if you have popular blends that you use all the time, so like the Flu Bomb is one I use all the time. Just pre-mix it. This is equal parts of all of the oils, and this is full. I just refilled it. And then that way, when I need to make a Flu Bomb or put it in my diffuser, it's ready to go. This is my Breathe Easy blend. This is equal parts Breathe, lime, cardamom, and frankincense. And again, I diffuse this so much that I just mix it up so that it's ready to go into my diffuser. So pretty bottles are nice, but you can upcycle the ones you already have, put dropper tops on them, and they're ready to go for common blends that you take internally a lot or that you put in the diffuser a lot, okay? So also easy to make sprays, and they even sell roller tops for 5 and 15 ml bottles. So if you really want to like cut down on how many of those things you're buying, just upcycle your bottles. You can boil them in hot water, and the labels will typically come off. If they don't come off easily, you just use some lemon oil. And another great hack is, you know, there's always drops left at the bottom of your bottles, okay? So stick it in a cup, like a mason jar of Epsom salt. It will absorb all those little last drops, and then you have like a really nice bath salt that you can use, or a foot soak as well. All right, you guys, a lot longer product education than normal, but there's so many great hacks. Hold on. Tasha said she will take the 15 ml bottles if you don't want them. Danny says peppermint for lip plumper. Yes, peppermint right on your lips will do it. Nicole will get those bottles to you, Tosh, or vice versa. Michael says, I love to spray in the beautiful body mist into her hair before I go to the beach. Even after I dive, my hair is hydrated and not tangled. I love that idea of not just doing it after, but before you go to the beach, Michael. That's a great one. I'm going to do that with Tay, because her hair is like a gnarly mess after the beach. So that's a super good one. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Well, if you're here for the Builders Call, stay on. But thank you to our Facebook group. We are going to go ahead and sign off live in our Facebook group. And if you're here in the Zoom room and you want to stay on for a biz call, we welcome you to do that. All right, everybody. So that was a lot of talking. Okay, let me get up my notes for tonight, couple of quick announcements. Oh, first, I'm going to turn it over to Fraser, who is going to do our quick leader spotlight for the week. So I'm going to do that while I get my notes up for the biz call.
Wait, is Tia on the call? I don't see her on. Okay, I don't see her. But I wanted to spotlight Tia. She was really, really nervous about teaching classes, but she took that step, started teaching her own classes, and she's teaching classes in her auntie's massage therapy school. So she teaches essential oil classes to everyone who comes to get certified through the auntie's classes. But I'm super proud of her for taking that step and starting to teach her own classes, because now she does it all on her own and she has no problem doing it. So I just wanted to shout her out for that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You know, I know everybody has varying levels of comfort, and we are always here to support you. But I'm going to be super honest when I say this. If you really want to go the distance in this business, if you really want to achieve, you know, higher ranks, I would say elite or above, you really need to be teaching your own classes. I started teaching my own classes from pretty much the very beginning. I think somebody helped me teach my first one or two classes, and then I just dove in. And depending on what your goals are, you know, teaching your own classes is really, really crucial to taking sort of ownership and leadership in your business. Okay. Now, that's not to say that you have to just start doing it right off the bat, although you could, but it definitely is sort of a rite of passage to really claiming your business as something that you're looking to I think supplement or replace your income. If you're looking to just get your products paid for, it's probably okay if you just invite people to other classes that we have. But if you're really looking to go past that, then teaching your own classes is really a critical part of this business. So this actually goes into this, it connects. So thank you, Fraser, for shouting out Tia. I know she's not watching, but congratulations to her. And to everyone who taught a class, you know, whether it's their first or their 50th, you always get better. But I did want to talk a little bit about classes because, you know, we have evolved and come such a long way as a team when it comes to providing classes. But one thing we're noticing is a steady decline in the number of people attending. So Marissa started this amazing membership overview opportunity on Fridays. Every customer needs a membership overview, and we've really been struggling with getting people on that call. Ongoing product education this last weekend only had 14 people on that call. We've had 40, 50, 60 people on that call. And so what I really wanted to just say is that while we want to offer all of these opportunities, and there's no expectation that everyone can come every time, we really need people to take advantage of them, to invite to them, because the truth is, like, if we don't start getting more attendance at, say, like the Friday membership overview class, there's no sense in Marissa continuing to time block time for in her day to have that class for no one to show up. Okay. And that's true for all of our classes. I will tell you guys right now, I am super guilty of not doing a good job inviting. Like, straight up, legit, it's been one of my areas I've been struggling at the most. And but just putting that out there, that if we don't get more, doing team classes is something that's more relatively newer for us. We used to do them in person, but really as a result of the pandemic, you know, Fraser puts out this beautiful calendar every month, but the opportunities to learn are going to start dwindling if we really don't get people to start showing up. Okay. So I really just want to put it out there that if you want to see the classes kept on the calendar, please do your part and invite people and do your best to get them there. We know it's not always possible, but if we all were doing our DMOs and making new contacts and inviting, I think we would see. And then as far as ongoing product ed, I know that when I text blast people, I get tons more people showing up. So I just ask that you every week, you know, Sunday morning, maybe make it a point to text 5 or 10 of your people on your team, or, you know, if you have 2 people on your team, and remind them about ongoing product education, and then let them know if they can't make it on Sunday that it'll be available with Tasha on Thursday. Just a quick update ish on convention. A lot of people signed up. So amazing. It's going to be awesome. We probably can't do anything grand like we had planned on Maui. I'm so bummed. We had all these great ideas. We'll keep you posted, but I think even now it's too far out to say what we'll be able to do on Maui. So I highly recommend you to still sign up for convention if you haven't. Access is just $30. And those of you that are planning to go to Nonolani, like we're still planning to go there. We just can't have like the big team party and that whole, you know, thing happening. So just stay tuned and sit tight for that. If you have any questions, ask your enroller. Silver Club peeps, anybody participating in Silver Club, we will be rolling out a special way for us to support you. So stay tuned next week. We're going to do monthly Zoom calls just for our Silver Club participants. We will be doing oil studies in September. Oil studies is optional, but it's been having success for those of us that are doing it. And so I want to keep it going. So we're looking at pre-study class on the 14th, oil study running from the 21st to the 27th, post-study class on the 28th. So stay tuned for more details on that, but that is coming. One more thing before we whip through our back to basics and wrap that up. We took a pause on that. I just wanted to remind everybody how critical 14-day moves are. We as a team have been missing a lot of 14-day moves, and you will never get past the rank of elite if you don't do your 14-day moves, okay? Because placement is critical, and once somebody gets on an LRP, it is so much harder to move them in your organization. doTERRA now has this little itty bitty reminder in the upper right hand corner if you have 1 day left to move somebody. But realistically, it should be your responsibility to move those people, because I promise you, when you are looking towards ranks past elite and you have an organization of people that are all on your front line or on other people's front lines that is not helping you towards power of 3 or rank, you're gonna be really bummed. So I just want to really make a plug to everybody. Set a reminder in your phone. Your uplines will try to help you as best they can, but unfortunately it's not something we can do for you, and so you just have to be aware of that. And it's really important. Okay, if you don't know what a 14-day move is, just reach out to your enroller. But basically, when you enroll somebody, you have 14 days to move and change their sponsorship in your organization. And when you're a new builder, this isn't necessarily like top of your priorities, but as you are building towards any rank past elite, it is critical. So please do what you need to do to make sure that your sponsor changes are happening. All right, let me check the chat real quick. God, I hate nights like this where I am just talking. Okay, yes. So our Silver Club Zoom call is Saturday the 29th at 8:30 a.m. for anyone who is participating in Silver Club. Yeah. And Nicole, you're right. It seems more like only 12 days. So it is because we follow mountain time too. So it is not the full 14 days, and they count the first day they enrolled as day 1. So you're right that it's more like 12 days. So honestly, set a reminder in your phone for 10 days. You should be checking your back office every day, even if it's 5 minutes. If you are enrolling people actively, you should be going to your sponsor changes and just making sure that you've caught those people. Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, cleaning up organizations later is so much harder. So just try to catch them earlier on. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys. So with the last little bit of time, We ended up taking a bit of a pause because of all the things that were going on. I don't even remember, but there was a lot. Oh, BOGOs, all those things. So I just want to wrap up Back to Basics. Now, I want to remind you guys that Back to Basics and Elise Sedavi's daily mentor calls are optional, but I still think that even if you don't go all in with her strategy, that you learn a lot. And she has a ton of great resources. So this is listening at your own time. It's self-paced learning. There's a task for most calls. And when we talk about tool set, skill set, mindset, this is essential skill training. Even if you don't embrace all of the skills she teaches you, she shares a lot of great stuff, okay? So showing up here is half of it. Coming to our weekly team calls where you get inspiration, I hope, product training, you definitely get that, business training, some recognition, and if you do have questions, please write them in the chat and we will answer them. So we're going to just quickly recap the last set of calls for Back to Basics, okay? So call 32 is pretty simple. It's this elite cycle. The idea is that if you effectively sample and invite, prospects come to a class ready to purchase. When they're ready to purchase, you can immediately, I think, patch them into continuing education. They have higher probability of getting LRP. Her philosophy is we simply sell them a kit or a product and don't continue to follow up, then we aren't moving forward towards residual income. I want to tell you guys this. I haven't been successful at inviting to classes. So I've been enrolling a lot of people without sampling them before. I have been enrolling from oil studies though. But the key is always education. Whether or not somebody comes to a class, whether or not they've been sampled, it all comes down to appropriate education. The next call is all about essential oil studies, which we are finished our second round. It was a lot smaller, but I still think that we had some success with it. And I hope that people continue to take advantage of this. I think studies are really great ways to educate and recruit new people. It's not a medical study. You get to invite about 10 to 20 people with your goal being 5 to 10 people max in the study. But honestly, even getting 1 or 2 people into the study is great. We give away a ton of prizes. Thank you to all the leaders who stepped up this last oil study, did lives, gave away prizes, managed the Facebook group. Jai, Michael, Fraser, who else is new? Aisha, Kanan, but Kehal, there's other people too. Janice, I'm sorry if I forgot anybody, but thank you guys for stepping up, and we're going to continue to ask more people to help and contribute because it really just makes a difference when we work together. If I forgot anybody my mom, yes, and I'm sorry that I forgot you, mommy. That's not nice. Okay. Call 35 is the calling tree. You guys, this is a call you guys all want to go. If you have an organization, no matter what size, you want to go and listen to this call. This is just an opportunity for you to connect with people in your downline, give opportunities for them to get on LRP, to host, to share, to build. She provides scripts. So if you listen to just the calls, you're not going to get too much out of just the calls. I mean, the calls are great, but literally you have to log on to a computer, daily mentor calls. You can download her Back to Basics booklet. It's free. I got a bunch printed off at Office Max. You can just send them the file. They'll print it out. And there is scripts for everything. Now, I like to be more organic and natural and real. So use the scripts that feel comfortable to you, but it's a starting place, especially for those of you that are new. So you just really want to have an effective way to connect with your people, okay? And ultimately, as your team grows larger, you can't do it all. So it's important that you're empowering your team to do this. Call 36 is all about referrals. And this is really important when you're thinking about approaching people both about products and about business, okay? And so this is you asking people to give you referrals of people that might be interested in getting started with the product or might be interested in building doTERRA as a business. Again, here are some scripts and some like pro tips for you. Oopsie, I went too fast, but that's okay. And then always you want to, like, you know, when people give you referrals, you always want to figure out an incentive for them. Okay. And, you know, always customize your incentives, know your people, and know some people great with free product. Some people might want to actually, you know, make some of the fast start cash back, you know, just work with your people. But if people are going to give you referrals, you always want to, you know, thank them for that. Call 37 is the three-way builder prospect call. This is something really new. We've been doing three-way builder calls lately. They don't follow this exact script, but if you've done one with me lately, like I did one recently with Jen, I did one recently with Kate and her team. I got to figure out Kate U, KW, Kate U, our new builder. This is, you know, they're a little bit different and customized for everyone, but the idea is for them to connect with their upline and to kind of get an idea of what their goals are in this business. So if you have potential builders, schedule a three-way builder prospect call with you and your upline and your potential builders so that you can kind of dig a little deeper and figure out how you can help support them in this business. There is a three-way builder follow-up call where now you're kind of going to dig a little deeper and put into place a 30, 60, 90-day strategy, okay? Call 40, did we skip call 39? I did not make the PowerPoint, so we're just going to keep on keeping on. Call 40 is all about 6 weeks to elite. Fraser did an amazing builders call on this topic a couple months back. And so go look for that recording. But this is basically it. If you want to go elite in 6 weeks, or like the Vielas, go elite in, you know, 2.5 weeks, you got to really do the work. Okay. And so there is a plan to helping people achieve elite. Working with hostesses, again, helping them, you know, asking for a hostess. Jai and Miley are doing Silver Club, and we just talked about doing one sort of traditional class this month for them. They're going to try to find someone to host a class and invite their friends and family and then incentivize them. And then Jai, you know, our futuristic Jai, he wants to try a new Facebook party format. So all of us have been invited to Pampered Chef parties and makeup parties. I invite you guys to H2O cleaning parties here and there. So Mandy Johnston put out a new format to host a Facebook essential oil party on Facebook as an event. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay. Calls 43 to 45. Here you guys go. 14-day move. Placements. Is it ideal to build under committed and capable leaders? Committed means they do what they say they're going to do when they say they're going to do it. You guys, don't listen to the words people say. Listen and notice and watch the actions and the things that they actually follow through and do. Okay? I appreciate that you guys, for whatever reason, keep showing up to listen to me speak. But if I said nothing, I would want my actions and the way that I lead and the way that I show up to be what sets the example and helps for all of you to see what it means to lead from the front. Capable, I believe everyone is capable, but it means that they can bring people to the table. You can be capable, I think, if you're committed and consistent. Capable people can figure things out. They can get people to classes. They can enroll people themselves. Being committed and capable are critical to being successful in this business. And honestly, you guys, to being successful at anything you want to be successful at. So, most important things to know when starting your business. What happened? You have 14-day placement window to change the sponsorship of your new enrollment. If you don't know where to put somebody, get on a mentor call. Biggest mistakes, having product users on your front line. You really want to avoid having customers on your front line. Ultimately, you want builders. Placing people who aren't committed and capable on your front line. Just ask those of us that have been doing this a long, long time. This never works out. Now, sometimes you don't have a choice. Sometimes you don't have a choice, but it is really difficult to not have committed and capable builders on your front line. Not clustering people together by location. I don't really think I agree with that one so much. And not placing people by relationships. Relationships trump location. So I don't agree with, like, obviously time zones or stuff, but I do think relationships are key. Although people can build relationships too, you guys. Okay, you can build relationships. So here's solving placement issues. Here she talks about forming a new leg. I mean, it's totally possible, but God, that gives me anxiety. Placing a new committed and capable builder under an existing leg, an account transfer, an enroller change, a placement exception, or a swap, terminating an account. We want to avoid these things. So we want to try to do all the things that we have control over, because doTERRA can say no to your exception. They can say no to your swap. They could say no to your account transfer. You might have somebody who's not willing to terminate their account and can really mess up your business. Call 46 through 49 goes through the weekly success schedule. So really talks about the 7 crucial weekly activities for success. One is that you're having an introduction to oil class every week at the same time. This is why we do what we do, you guys. That's why we offer Sunday classes and Monday classes. Basic business overview. We kind of tag that on to all of our classes. Weekly wellness consults, you guys should be doing them. And if not, Marissa has that class on Friday. Continuing education classes. So I did a teacher mistake. I should have updated all of these to our time. So I apologize. Ignore the times on these slides. Ours are every Sunday at 4 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and 10 a.m. Thursdays Hawaii Standard Time. Oopsie. Team call, here we are. Hello. Wednesday nights, 8:30 Hawaii Standard Time. Strategy sessions. I had 6 mentor calls today, you guys. That's pretty much all I did today for my business. I had Fraser, I had Tasha, I had Kate Yu and her new team. I had Jai, Miley, who else? Aisha. I swear I had 6. Maybe it was 5. I lost track. Okay. Oh, and Danny. I had mine with Danny today. I did have 6. Strategy sessions are key. Contacting and following up. You must make time for this activity. Okay? You must make time for this activity. Last but certainly not least, the power of consistency cannot be underrated. Consistency is why I am here. Consistency is why many of you are here. And lack of consistency is why some, not everybody, because everybody's got lives and stuff going on, but people show up when they're committed and when they're consistent in their business, okay? And so that is the end. You can all silently cheer. Fraser's silently cheering because that was a lot. Join the oil games. You guys, everyone who's done oil games has come out better because of it. I loved oil games. It pushes you. It holds you accountable. It gives you great ideas. I think she launches one every month, a new one every month. I still keep in touch with the 2 people, the 2 diamond leaders I did oil games with. And definitely something that I felt made a big difference in my biz. Blah, 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 blah. That was a lot of Liza talking tonight. Okay, let's go back and see. They're awesome and they're free. You know, this Triple Diamond gave us all this free professional business development. Like, let's take advantage of it. Kanan says, I like to incentivize if they take advantage of LRP. LRP first month, the citrus of their choice. Second month, the roller of their choice. Third month is a book. I use points for freebies. I love that, Kanan. I posted about 5 helpful graphics in the builders group that I watermarked with our team logo. but one is incentives for setting up an LRP. Or you could do a rollout program for doing 3 months of LRP as well. So, and then utilizing the freebies that you get from doTERRA is great. My mom said she's going to use that incentive. So did Naomi. And Kanan said Oil Games is a game changer. And I know she's in her second round of doing Platinum Push, right? Kanan, you did Platinum Push again, right? So, all right, you guys. I like feel like nobody else talked on this whole freaking call tonight except for Fraser. So thank you for that. But I just always appreciate all of you showing up for yourselves, for your businesses, for your community. The only way that we can get better is to keep pushing ourselves outside of our comfort zones, to do the things that are hard and do them anyway, to face our fears, to follow up, to make new contacts, to just do the work. And remember, this business is your business though. So how and when you do those things are on your own time, and flexible to your life, but your consistency or lack thereof will determine how successful or not you are, right? So just encourage all of you to just stay connected, one, always with your why, but with your goals. So that when you reflect on if you're meeting your goals, you know that you are putting in what needs to be put in to meet your goals, not other people's goals, not your upline's goals. Because if I have my own goals, I'm going to do the work to meet my goals, regardless of what all of you do. Okay. So just always be really cognizant and aware of that. Because sometimes I think we have so much of the entree envy, builder envy. Somebody over here is doing that. Somebody over here is doing this. You have to just stay really grounded in your why and your goals and sort of put your blinders on, but show up and do the work every single day for yourself, but really for all the people that you've welcomed into our community, and have a responsibility to help support in their oil journey. I'll get off my soapbox for tonight. I love and appreciate you all. Let's take our team picks real quick. All right. Thanks for turning on your camera. Okay, here's our first screen. Smile. And next screen. Shopner, turn on your camera. Come on. There we go. I love it. Nobody else. Thanks, Shannon. Oh, you got the babes with you. Hey, Jess. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, you guys. As usual, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are always open to feedback. We always want to learn and grow and get better, because that's the only way that we can keep showing up for everyone else that we have to show up for. So show up for yourself so that you can show up for others. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.